Hello, Gorringes are on view, this time for our last quarterly fine sale of the year, the winter fine sale, which is the 12th of December. On view this weekend, if you're watching before the weekend. You missed the viewing if you are watching after the weekend, but you still get in on Monday on view, so there we go. Anyway, what have we got in this sale? Well, Philip's been very busy, to and fro to the Channel Islands, and amongst the many other fine things he's found over there is this large collection of Murano glassware from the sort of 60s, 70s into the 80s, I think. A lot of it by Vittorio Ferro. And yeah, just an array. Look at this, amazing colours. All you could ever really wish for if you're into your modern glass. So you sort of look at it and it sort of inspires you.
Such a variety.
Just trying to find a home for one or two there.
Look.
Great fun. Yeah, these are
aren't
great, aren't they? These heads. Look at him.
He's great.
Yeah, lovely. Lot 15. They attract import duty because they've come from the Channel Island, as do a number of other items in the sale. So watch out for our little asterisks or you'll get a very nasty surprise with your bill. 5% if it's over 100 years old. 20% if it's under 100 years old. There's a stinger. Not on works of art, but on other things, 20%. So you've got to factor that into your bidding. It goes on top of the hammer price. So what else do we have in the sale? How about a large box full of gorgeous Sèvres type plates? Look at those, all individually hand painted in the original travelling box. Lot number 128. Wow. A few missing. Got a few breaks over the years. There's some lovely sculpture. There's some good clocks. I'm picking out in particular lot 275.
Let me come round.
You're coming round. 275. This is by John Pace of Bury St Edmunds. And it's sort of quite a sort of strange place for a major clockmaker to be, but Mr. Pace excelled at skeleton clocks. This will be a month going duration. And one of the fun things here, look at the dial and look at the way the numbers turn over so that you can read them rather than running round and sort of upside-downy. The space between the two winding arbors is a clue that it's going to run on longer. And then it's got this lovely brass inset base and the original ball feet, and then a glass dome to sit on top. So that's a good skeleton clock. That's a sort of premium example for collectors. Carrying on, there's some works by the Royal Worcester sculptor, Bernard Winskill, and he produced these for Royal Worcester in porcelain. He also made models in bronze of the same subjects, William the Conqueror and the like, and we have his own personal models, the ones he was given, I presume, in the sale. So that's rather fun, come down through the family. Other sculpture is available. There's a good selection of Oriental works as ever, including some Japanese netsuke and some interesting jades. Down under the counter, how about a car mascot? There we go, look at that. 116. Of course it's Lalique.
She's stunning.
She's great, isn't she? And it's a good model, as they say. She's a little bit grubby, perhaps she's got a few little pressure cracks around the base. Probably from having the metal mount that sat on the radiator cap. So perhaps she travelled on a Bentley or a Bugatti or something wonderful. So there's a nice bit of Lalique for you. Don't want Lalique? How about a really nice pocket globe? Lot 80. Newton's new and improved terrestrial globe. And out it comes. It's on its gimbal. There we can see it. There's the naming upon it. The inside of the original Fishkin case is a little bit worn out, but those are the heavens. Gosh, and it would have had more to the base. I think it's lost its base, celestial print. Perhaps it didn't ever have one, but great fun that. Lot 80, completely different from the Leak, and we like to give you options. Some nice stained glass panels in the sale. Some good English porcelain, some good German porcelain. Sailor's Valentines. Round about lot 61, 62. As ever, some booze, various bottles, Chateau, Mouton Rothschilds and the like. Have a look. There's a good whiskey in there as well. You're soaking up. That's fun, isn't it? Lovely poster.
Isn't it?
Old Manada Rum. Original poster there. Great fun. It is backed onto canvas. It's at the moment it's just got cardboard backing. We can get that framed up. It'll look a treat. So coming through into the main gallery, well, the real feature here is again Philip's work out in the Channel Islands, where he has come back with some very showy articles indeed, such as this splendid cabinet, ormolu mounted. It's lot number 295. And it's a model after Weissmuller from memory. All the details are in the cataloguing. Quite a thing. Estimate £15,000 to £20,000. From the same property, other similar, rather splendid pieces of furniture, such as this marble top table, again, ormolu mounted. And that, in many ways, is a theme of the furniture. That much of the furniture within the sale is of that ilk, but not all of it. There's things like this splendid Victorian dressing table.
I love this.
Very much sort of Grecian revival. Looks to be inlaid pollard oak or similar. Really nicely done. That is lot number, should you care to know, 291. We've got some big paintings as well in the sale. We'll touch on those in due course, but pretty much whatever you think, we've got a big painting that fits the subject matter. Otherwise, how about some huge glass panels? Came from HSB Bank in Windsor. They closed the bank down and removed these rather splendid panels. They're etched and engraved with the arms of George IV, but they're clearly later in date than that. And then they have their title plaques. So they're crests of different kings, but rather splendid. They need a good place to be installed, maybe a bar or a restaurant, I don't know. But there we go. Other big things, again, from the Channel Islands. Sidney Nolan, Australia's foremost painter, arguably. 6 splendid, huge oil cloud studies, painted for Lord McAlpine was a big collector of Nolan. He was travelling on a plane and he saw reading an article about it and thought, I quite like those, and ended up collecting a huge number. And a lot of the collection got sold in Australia earlier this year, but these are from the same source, and they're very striking, are they not? Estimates are modest. They're sort of in the sort of £1,500, £2,000 a piece, but they may well go on, so keep an eye on those. Into the main furniture gallery, with other things going on. Great fun gaming table. Unusual this. It's not as old as it's implying. It's sort of suggesting it's Regency, but it's really a very nice quality reproduction, but lovely worn leather. Unusual with these dishes, quite a fun thing. Great for card players. The walls abound with good pictures, to the point where it's kind of hard to know where to start. I suppose we're leaning a bit more towards the 18th, 19th century in what's in the sale this time. There's a lot of sort of fairly classic paintings, some really finely done works, many of them completely out of fashion, which makes them very buyable at the moment. So it's a good time to consider changing what you're thinking about and having a look and maybe reappraising. Silver, good selection of silver, both antique and including some lovely collectible toy silver from a lady called Caroline Rawlings Lloyd. She passed away sadly, but her collection has come here. She brought it all from Sussex sale rooms. She travelled all around Bellmans and Tuvis and Gorringes and Graves and all these different people and sale rooms, and loved putting together her collection of things like pin cushions and the like. So you'll see those in the catalogue. What else can I show you? We drift past the Mary Duchess of Richmond, who's looking rather splendid there. Again, from Philip's travels in the Channel Islands, estimate 30 to 50,000 there. And a cracking painting of Lions at the Watering Hole by William Strutt. Perhaps needs a clean. Frame's going to need a bit of work, but it's a hell of a lot of painting, isn't it? Estimate 3,000 to 5,000 there. Something more modern to your taste. We've got Donald McIntyre up here. Nice big example. 4,000 to 5,000, 3.5, 4.5, that sort of price money. It's all here. There's lovely dolphin tables. Look at that. This is by Robert Wyland. Travel on certain class of cruise ship, and you may well come across his sculptures and his artworks in the on-board auction and what have you. This is beautifully enamelled bronze. Really works as a coffee table. You don't have to have the top, but it probably does enhance it and keeps the dust off and everything else. That's lot 104. estimate 1,500 to 2,000. So great array for you. We'll have a quick look at the jewellery. So jewellery and watches, lovely lot for you to look at again. It's the perfect time of year. Christmas is coming. Good selection of watches as ever. Lots of Rolex and Bon Mercier, Breitling, Omegas, as ever. Nice selection there. Jewellery, have we got some diamonds for you? We certainly have. Look at these from an estate in Brighton. Lot 624, gorgeous pair of diamond studs. Each about 3 carats or thereabouts. Estimate 10 to 15,000. 3 carats not big enough. How about 6 carats? Look at that, splendid ring, lot 618. Estimate 20 to 30,000. Come along, come and have a look. Come and try it on. See how it looks on the finger. Lot 621, super pair of clips. These appeared on the Antiques Roadshow quite a few years ago. Art Deco dress clips. Clip them on the lapels is the idea. Beautifully made again. Lovely big stones in them. From the same source, lovely double clip brooch there. Front cover of the catalogue, no less. Tiffany & Co. Look at that. Great fun. Pavé set. The flower brooch, lot 616. Bit of Cartier here. This is solid gold. This mesh bag, but the quality shows in the look, white enameling along here. Cabochon rubies in the clasp. Beautiful thing. It's got a lovely, a double bag inside. It's got a lovely, very satisfying heft to it. I think we can safely say that's lot 579. Plenty of other jewellery to come and have a look at. There's some in the weekly sale, well, of course, but throughout the selection here, there will be, I'll pull this down just so you can have a little peek. Gemstones of all varieties. Lovely pink sapphire and diamond. I think those were Tiffany, weren't they? 18 carat earrings. There's Cartier, there's all sorts there. And the classic stuff as well. Things like, look, have a look at that. The running rabbit or hair brooch. Lot 589. So all sorts of goodies for you. Good time to come and have a look. I know we're all getting busy, but it's quite a long run up to Christmas this year because of the way it falls. So plenty of time. Come in on Saturday morning. Come and see us. Have a look at everything. We'll look forward to seeing for you. Thank you for your business throughout the year. Happy Christmas. Merry New Year if we don't see you beforehand. And thanks for watching as ever.